What moves you to minister? For the one who sows to his own flesh will from the flesh reap corruption, but the one who sows to the Spirit will from the Spirit reap eternal life. Galatians 6:8. Faith has an insatiable appetite for experiencing as much of God's grace as possible. Therefore, faith presses toward the river where God's grace flows most freely, namely the river of love. What other force will move us out of our contented living rooms to take upon ourselves the inconveniences and suffering that love requires? What will propel us to greet strangers when we feel shy? To go to an enemy and plead for reconciliation when we feel indignant? To tithe when we've never tried it? To speak to our colleagues about Christ when we're timid? To invite new neighbors to a Bible study? To cross cultures with the gospel? To create a new ministry for alcoholics? To spend an evening driving a van? To invest a morning praying for renewal? None of these costly acts of love just happens. They are impelled by a new appetite, the appetite of faith for the fullest experience of God's grace. We want more of God, and we want this more than we want our private, disturbance-free security and comfort. Faith loves to rely on God and see Him work miracles in us. Therefore, faith pushes into the current where the power of God's future grace flows most freely, the current of love. I think this is what Paul meant when he said that we should sow to the Spirit. Galatians 6:8. By faith, we should put the seeds of our energy in the furrows where we know the Spirit is at work to bear fruit, the furrows of love.